right. You jackass.
News Talk Radio 610 WIOD presents The Neil Rogers Show. To talk with Neil, call 751-WIOD from Dade, 524-WIOD from Broward. Outside the 305 area code, it's toll-free, 1-800-944-WIOD.
You turd.
South Mobility customers can call Star IOD at no charge, and Cellular One customers can call Pound IOD at no charge. The opinions expressed by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily those of the station or its sponsors. Now, Neil Rogers on News Talk Radio 610 WIOD.
Il n'est pas seulement un Goldberg, il est un hippopotame.
They're exploiting the Lion King and they won't go away.
The Lion King has gone too far, he's even on a candy bar. There's up a cat and everything, he's pushing Private Burger King.
The Lion King is on everything, 'cause Disney owns the rights. They're selling stuff that's all useless fluff, but the profit's out of sight.
The logo's sewn on every dress, there's even on a garlic press. There's Marcos and there's Reno to the taking cash from me and you.
Oh, my pockets, my empty pockets, my wallet's feeling light. The kids are happy, but I feel crappy, 'cause I'll be broke tonight.
They'll make you pay, 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 they'll make you pay.
Speaking of that tongue rolling job there, who did this thing to Orlando back here on the wall? Did you see this? What is that? Is that lipstick?
Uh-huh.
It is lipstick? Who did it, George?
Jackie?
Looks like your shade. Somebody has applied. We got this big picture. This is the one that was in that glossy magazine. Was this in Ocean Drive? What magazine was this in? Well, whatever it was in. It's not important. Anyway, it's the picture of Orlando in his bathing suit eating a burger. He's got the meat in his mouth and eating a burger as well. And it's the framed picture that the guy sent it. It said what the American hamburger has done for the Cuban goy. And there's Orlando with kind of like a moderately PO'd look on his puss, like, what am I doing here, and is this a way to make a living? And somebody has applied lipstick right around his pupik, right around the navel. Doesn't look like my shade. Here's Miami on the purple line. Hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Okay.
It's funny that you should talk about the casino gambling issue, because that's what I was calling about.
Issue?
Yeah.
How could it be an issue when nothing's going on?
Well, I'm really surprised that these guys haven't started a real PR blitz campaign.
Well, they got to wait until the Supreme Court says it can go on the ballot, which is supposedly this week, and then they're going to have 2 months, and they're going to have to go out there and beat people over the head.
I mean, it's a real shame that they don't realize what a boost it'll be to jobs and things like that.
Well, now you're talking radical, sir. We don't want to get too radical in this area.
I mean, you heard the old geezer Seymour Gilbert saying that these are pirates coming to take our country away.
Okay, we have an open line in Dade, 751 and one on the purple line. How come I just had this feeling? I just knew it. That if you let him go long enough, he would say crap, and he eventually took one right on the air. As sun shines on U.S. travel, Florida still under a cloud in USA Today. A record summer for travel nationwide hasn't pulled Florida out of the tourism doldrums. And this article, by the way, was written before the 2 Italian tourists got nearly killed right outside of Orlando, which happened just before I went on vacation. This happened before that. And it talks about how the Europeans are staying away in droves, and about how the family tourism, Vegas tourism, is up 24.6% through June of this year against the same first 6 months of last year, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So Vegas is booming. You can walk the streets. It's safe. It's clean. It's beautiful. It's fun. It's great. All the big-name entertainers are there. And what do we got? We got... Yeah, we got that. We got illegal aliens, and that's about it. Hallelujah. And Bible thumpers, of course. Repressive, right-wing, Neanderthal from the Dark Age, Stone Age mentality, Bible thumpers, man. Trying to drag everybody back into the distant past because of their own psychological problems. Here's Hollywood. Hello. Hollywood on a Dade line. And all I hear is that up your nose. with a rubber hose. We have an open line in Dade, 751, one on the cellular one line at pound IOD. Here's a lady in Coral Springs. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Hi.
How you doing?
Okay.
You had a good vacation?
Great. The best.
Good. Listen, why do they keep on changing the Sharon character on Young and the Restless? What's going on there?
I don't know. Evidently, they didn't like Heine. I don't know what the story is, but she's still on. Because I saw Tomorrow's this morning, and she's still on there. But the bad part for her is that I guess just when that character is getting together with Nick, she's going to be on the out. She's out.
But the other one they're bringing in, you said she was on another show. Is she older?
I don't know.
Really?
Because I'm not familiar with the show. I think it was on One Life to Live, something like that.
Oh. Listen, just a question.
And she'll be on in about 10 days, I think.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh. Quick question.
Yeah.
What's a yenta in training?
A yenta? Don't you know what a yenta is?
No, I know.
A yenta is like an old fishwife, somebody who that doesn't necessarily have to be a blabbermouth, a tattletale, somebody who spreads stories.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, like a gossip.
Oh.
So a yenta in training is somebody who, isn't necessarily old, but when they get old, they'll be living in Cemetery Village sticking their nose into everybody else's business.
Oh, so the person you were talking about that called in on Friday, she was a yenta in training?
Which one is that?
Oh, the person who you said, she's not a chronic, but her husband is, and she would lie, and,
Wow, was that
smelly bitch.
Was that you?
Was that me? No, that wasn't me.
Oh.
No. I would never do that.
Okay.
I'm just a nice person.
Well, that's great. Well, don't be a yenta.
I won't.
And have a great day.
You too, Neil.
See ya.
Bye.
What is she talking about? How come this off button is so weak, man? You hit the off button about 75 times before it gets off. We have an open line in the purple line there, pound IOD. Just keep pounding away to your heart's delight about 7 or 8 times. 12 minutes past noon at your heartless and cruel and relentless station, WIOD.
See boats, and more boats at the Coconut Grove Boat and Sports Show. Thursday, September 8th through Sunday the 11th at the Coconut Grove.
Increíble.
Hey, yo, man, what's up with your fakakta mishpah?
Oh, Danny boy, the sparks are flying.
Oh!
From whence the chair to hell you'll surely fly. Your days are done, and when they finally strap you in, I'll pull the switch and proudly wave bye-bye.
Oh! No! Anyway, 12:16 at WIOD. I was thinking about playing something appropriate for Danny Boy, and I had a different Danny Boy in mind. We don't have anything for Danny Boy. So we had to do for Danny Rawling. I guess you could say the only way that Marino could have gotten any hotter yesterday would have been if he was sitting in Danny's lap on the chair. That might be something. Where's my Danny thing? Okay, I did play it once today, but it's certainly worth, and I wish it was a good one, but it's not. It's not.
Dan Marino is a god.
Oh! Anyway, let's do Boca. How come Palm Beach County is so goddamn active today? What happened? They all just come back? Boca, hello.
Hello, Neil. How you doing?
Pretty damn good.
Happy Labor Day to you.
Happy New Year.
Hey, listen, welcome
Happy
back.
Suckers.
Welcome back from Italy. I bet the customs people, when you get off the plane, they go, "Hey, there's Neil Rogers."
Yeah, they say, yeah, just go through. We know you fat slob. Just go through with all your pasta and get out of here.
Hey, how's the food over there? Unbelievable.
Oh man, to die for.
When you get off the plane here, you want to get right back on, I bet.
Especially when you get off and you walk out into that humidity. Oh my God, it's like you just as soon as you get outside the door of the airport, it's like walking into a wall of crap.
Liquid wet.
In addition to which, let me say one more time, I know it's not going to have any impact, but all this crap, they painted these little signs with the sun symbol and everything so tourists don't get lost from Miami International. I've lived here for almost 20 years, and I still can't figure out how the hell to get home from Miami International Airport. I know how to get there, but leaving there, man, it starts out with like 5 different things. If you want to go 836 west, you stay away, and then all of a sudden it narrows down to like 3 different directions, and some of the roads they were looking where they just disappeared, like 836 to the Palmetto. It don't exist anymore.
No wonder people are getting lost like crazy.
And then you finally, so my only option at this point is to get on 112 and go over to 95 and go up north to the Turnpike.
Right.
So I get on that thing, and just like the last time, the road branches into 3 different roads, and one is 95 south, another one is 95 north, Fort Lauderdale, and another one is something else. And when you get to the divisions there, it doesn't say which one is which.
Take your choice.
Oh my God, this town is so inept that it's frightening. It's amazing.
Hey, listen, I wanted to say about the casinos. We were talking a little bit about casinos today, and I was up in New Jersey for 4 weeks, and I went down to Atlantic City.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's not Vegas, but I'll tell you what, the casinos were jamming, and there were so many jobs that have been created up there, and it took me a half an hour to get on a blackjack table in any of the casinos. I'm talking every one. Trump's got 3 of them up there, and it's just amazing. There's a lot of work, and the worst type of crime is unorganized crime. I mean, if there's crime going on up there, you would never know it because there's plenty of security, there's plenty of, it would help this town immensely, and eventually the tide will turn.
You have to be an imbecile not to know that, and it's a hell of a commentary. All you have to do is listen to the Phil Henry Show and hear how many stupid people there are out there, and then you understand why we're still living in the dark ages in this state. It's just loaded with stupid people.
That's right, and eventually the tide will turn, and there'll be enough young people and people that'll be a little more liberal and to give it a chance because it's right around the corner in Louisiana. And who knows, George will be next, and we're going to be one of the only people that doesn't have it. But yeah, well, we'll get rid of that.
As usual, we're always last with the least. That's us.
And one other thing, I was up in New York, and let me tell you, I was listening to Howard for a couple of weeks, and I couldn't wait to get back, man. I had brought tapes of you up there, and all my friends were into you. Your show is 10 times better. His show is terminal up there.
Well, since they gave him the operation and cut his balls off, he just don't have it anymore.
Badly. I mean, it was sad a lot. I had to turn it off quite a few times.
Okay, Pally. Well, welcome back to a really depressing place.
And welcome back to you. And in closing, to my roommate, Fody. See you in Maui.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
See ya. Open line on the green line. I think everybody has finally come back now. It's about time. All summer long, we've been sitting around here dying over here, waiting for you people. Like Ross Perot says, it's you people. You're the problem. I'm telling you, I still think that Wayne Huizenga is Ross Perot with a different haircut. It's the same guy. Same crappy attitude, same hostility, same little dictator, same Napoleonic complex. But thank God it was really his brother-in-law, not Wayne, that fought the heat, right? Right. Just ask Hank, he'll tell you. 20 afternoon at WIOD, you walk on your floors all the time, or maybe you crawl around on your hands and knees on them. When you track dirt onto your Tyler wood floors, just grab a broom and sweep it up. Is that what you do? Well, how about your carpeting? I don't think you can sweep that up with a broom, can you? You're put a cheese on it, and that's Italian, and put on some checkered red and white tablecloths, and that's Italian. Yeah, right. I got your Italian right over here, man. All these places that pretend to be Italian, they wouldn't know Italian food if you stuck it up their ass. In fact, some of their food tastes... Okay, let's go to Margate. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
How you doing, sir?
I am a one-time listener, a long-time caller. I moved away about 3 years ago.
Where did you go?
Just out of D.C. in Virginia.
Oh, my God.
Reston, Virginia. And the last thing I did before I left was drop off tapes for you of The Prisoner.
Oh, yeah.
A million years ago.
How's Patrick McGowan doing?
I saw him on the Sci-Fi Channel up there. It's on a nightly basis.
Yeah, they are running it.
We have 120 channels.
Well, I have like 300 and some because I have a satellite.
Well, you are the dish man.
That's
correct. I just wanted to call and say hi. You are a breath of fresh air. I miss you sorely. I'm not.
Well, don't get too sore.
Well, I'm not anti-Howard, but Don and Mike and G. Gordon and all them up there are
pretty weak. Pretty lame.
And all my friends are always telling me, they send me tapes of you, Phil, Mark, all the guys I turned on to your show over the years, still listening. Vinny of Bravo Pizza, I turned on to you, and he became a sponsor at one point. And I just wanted to say hi and how badly we miss you up north. And I hear everybody here is the same bitching and moaning.
Same crap. That's it.
The heat is oppressive.
It will never change. The humidity will never change. The altitude will never change. The age will never change. The paranoia and the repression will never change. So we wanted to make you feel at home.
I can't believe I almost had to pick up a SWAT sticker at the gate.
There you go.
Because it is bad down here. And I was in AC last week, picked up $400, 24 hours a day. Something's happening. Not here.
Okay.
Be good, deal.
Welcome back. I'm glad to hear you're happy to be here. See you later.
One more day.
Yeah, okay. Bye-bye. We have an open line on the blue line, as in blue here, at 524-9463, and one on the green line, which has been extremely active today, which is kind of surprising. All the Yentas up there in Boca, they got the day off today. All the big shots, all the big plastic people in Boca. Boy, something stinks in here, and I think it's me. You know how, like, when you have a cold, you smell real bad? No, it's not that cigar. Are you smoking a cigar in there?
This is a Tootsie Roll.
That's what stinks. I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, God, I mean, I took a good shower. My clothes are clean. I'm doing my Hall's Mentholyptus because I got just a little bit of a, cold, a little touch, But, and something stinks. And I'm thinking, it's me, It's not me. It's you. It's coming through the vents, man. It smells like toe cheese. God, is that a crappy... He's smoking a cigar. I just want to put that on the record. Nice knowing you. Fort Lauderdale, hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
I like went out to Pembroke Pines, and there is no Luis out there.
What do you mean?
That lady who called live.
She said he's going to be there this weekend signing autographs.
No, he ain't out there.
Huh?
He ain't out there. I don't know what. There isn't even any advertisement for it.
Yeah, I think she's just hallucinating. She probably had a fantasy, a dream over the weekend.
Yeah. Anyways, did you read the National Enquirer lately?
No.
They got that pizza guy in there.
What pizza guy is that?
On Blockbuster Boulevard.
Bill Lirio is in the Enquirer. I think that's a good place for it.
Yeah, they made up a whole bunch of stuff about him, but anyways, I just thought I'd let you know about that.
Okay.
All right.
Let me know when Luis gets here.
All right.
Okay, see you. We'll make sure to keep him away from you, or the other way around. We have an open line on the blue line, 524, one on the green line, 1-800. All you crazy people out there that want to go ahead and mob him, and claw and grab, and me first. Don't go running out there and start acting like a fool if he shows up in town this weekend. Start licking. Right. Get your tongue sharpened up, baby. He'll be here October 6th and 7th, that's for sure. This is no make-believe. At the James Knight Center. Tickets at Ticketmaster if there's any remaining. And if we ever get that package from all your good connections there who haven't even sent me the new album, is that embarrassing or what? I feel like small potatoes.
They might have, for all we know.
Yeah, they might have, but of course there's nobody around here because it's another 4-day busman's holiday here. I'm sure they all left at noon on Friday, and there's not a dog in his joint today. And a copy. I'm serious. It's thank God we got a new program director in here who really made up his mind. He put his ass to the grindstone. He said, we're going to solve this copy problem, the sales problem. I don't care what kind of a butt plug Jeff Clark is. We're going to really do it. And boy,
let's rock.
He has really done it. Man, it's not getting better. It's getting worse. I mean, what kind of a piece of crap was that? Hello?
I think I have wrong. Hold on. Sorry, I have wrong number.
Okay. I bet you that's that bitch that sent that card in that says she don't listen to the station because there's only white people here. What the hell was that? How did she know she had the wrong number? I just barely said hello. Oh, because I sounded white? That must have been a tip-off. Here's North Miami. Hello?
Wayne better beef up if he wants to mess with Mandage.
Dan Marino, God!
Let's go to Hollywood. Hello? Hollywood. There was a Hollywood on one before that wasn't there, and now there's a Hollywood on one again that still isn't there. We have an open line in Dade, 751. One on the green line, Boca, West Palm, Jupiter, Lantana, Lake Worth. If you're under the age of 100, if you want to express yourself, if you want to speak your piece, baby, if you want to open your mouth up, if you've got something to say, then call somebody else. Now, what does that mean, a fat guy in Cooper City? Are you the fat guy?
I am the fat guy, Neil.
Well, which fat guy?
The fat guy, the old, disgusting fat guy that just became fat.
What does that mean?
No, nothing. I'm a friend of Jazz's, and he did a hell of a job for you while you were in Italy enjoying your shrimp scampi.
Yeah, I didn't have any shrimp scampi, but that's okay.
Oh, let me...
I understand he was on the air
telling... I've got a Rome story for you.
Yeah.
Years ago, I was tramping across Europe, and I hooked up with my folks in Rome. My dad is a shrimp scampi freak. I mean, the guy, he salivates when he hears the word. Sits there and says, where's a great restaurant? I said, well, there's one that I've been passing by lately. It's been looking good. My friends recommended it. Let's go there. He orders the shrimp scampi. When the waiter comes out with it, my dad almost passes out. I'm looking at him like, what's the problem? It was the full shrimp. They were all lined up like little soldiers staring at him. He had to pass it over to my mother. He couldn't eat it. They were staring at him. He goes, they're looking at me.
Yeah.
He freaked.
Huh.
Now, Jazz is gone.
Sounds like a real pussy to me.
Oh, yeah, he is a pussy.
Yeah.
It's my dad. That's why he disowned me. Jazz is gone.
Yeah.
Long live Jazz. Chag Sameach, Shana Tova, Vetzom Kal, Neil.
Meaning what?
Chag Sameach is happy holiday in Hebrew.
Oh.
Shana Tova, I think you understand that.
Yeah.
And Som Kal for Yom Kippur, which means a easy fast.
Okay.
Okay.
Good yontif to the pontiff.
All right.
Good luck to you, Pally.
See ya.
Get out of here. One of Jazz's people. That speaks for itself. We have an open line in Dade, 751. Jazz is okay, just widely misunderstood. Did I say 1236? You can never give the time too often because it kills a lot of good time. Anyway, if fire ants are a problem around your house or business, call to get the number or the location of the Organic Plus dealer closest by you, 1-800-266-4674. Organic Plus is an earth-based insecticide. It has a low impact on the environment. Just 4 tablespoons of Organic Plus in a gallon of water. Your fire ant problem is gone. The guy came in here about a month ago, and he had ants in his pants and killed them dead with Organic Plus. They just walk into it, and bada bing, they disappear. Just eats them up alive. It's registered with the EPA, and it's okay to use around your family and pets, too. It's effective against termites and beetles and cockroaches. Look what it did to John Lennon and just about any kind of insect you can think of. Give Organic Plus a try. It's available by calling 1-800-266-4674. You can order if you call that number, or they'll give you the location of the dealer closest by you. Organic Plus products include Fire Ant Killer, Household Insecticide, and Flea and Tick Killer for dogs and cats, and Crawling Insecticide Killer. It kills them dead. It's odorless, and it's all right to use around humans and your pets, too. So get rid of all those bugs, and especially those nasty, disgusting, miserable fire ants once and for all by ordering Organic Plus today by calling 1-800-266-4674. Dealer inquiries are welcome, or visit your local Truly Nolan consumer outlet. For example, Miami Commercial at 6135 Northwest 167th Street, Unit E7 in Miami. Call 823-2847.
Honey, when can we get a pickup with room for the kids to ride with us, too?
Hey, they can ride with us.
Sure, but only if I stay home with the dog.
Look, your Dave Broward GMC truck dealer knows you can't carry a family of 4 in a pickup built for 2. That's why we're offering the brand new, all-new 1994 Sonoma Extended Cab pickup with room for 2, plus 2, and cargo 2 at a special value monthly payment so low we can't tell you on the radio. What's more, these Sonomas are equipped with GM value option packages, which makes them an even better buy. So forget imports, forget Ford. Instead, check with your nearest Dave Broward GMC truck dealer or see our ad in your newspaper. Either way, you'll discover just how affordable your monthly payments can be on a new 94 Sonoma pickup with extended cab and more. Right now at your Dave Broward GMC truck dealer, South Florida's family truck dealer.
Wow, the kids and I love our new Sonoma and its extended cab.
Yeah, now there's room for them and you. And Rufus, too.
Everyone knows that baseball has one. This afternoon at 2, don't miss Phil Hendry. Every one of him. Right here.
Are you sure?
Yes! WIOT!
Fat Rich said that the bird's a liar. The bird's a liar. The bird's a liar. Fat Rich said that the bird's a liar. The bird's a liar. The bird's a liar. The bird's a liar. So look who we have on the phone here. The bird's a liar. Somebody's a liar. The bird's a liar. The bird's a liar. Fat Rich said that the bird's a liar. What is it?
How you doing, Neil?
It's Willie the Veal Man, the Shine Man. You ought to go into business with Shoe Steve. You can shoe shines together.
First of all, Happy New Year.
And back to you. Happy Rush, Ashana.
Yeah. Well, how about that game yesterday?
Well, don't just skip over that. Now, listen, I have good news for you.
What happened?
You know, the weekend when the Jets are coming in, that weekend I'm going to be in Vegas seeing Luis Miguel at Caesars.
Ay, mamacita. Ay, ay, ay.
And so I won't be getting back in time to see the Jets and the Dolphins.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So I'm going to give away my tickets to the Jets-Dolphins game and my parking pass.
Great. Wait a minute. You were at the game.
Yesterday,
okay.
Yes.
Did you talk to the Miami Beach cop that sits in front of you?
There's no cop sitting in front of... Oh, you mean Larry?
Yeah.
Did I talk to him? I talked to him during the whole game. He's high-fiving and slapping. And also just about knocked my glasses off. One time he got so excited, I'm going to smack him in the back of the neck.
Okay.
Why?
Next game, ask him if I was there, because I was talking to him the day that I went to the game throughout the entire game.
Fat Rich says there was nobody there that day.
Look, he even saw
Fat Rich said
Rich.
that the bird's a liar. What?
He even saw Fat Rich.
Fat Rich also says, by the way, that he called my house on Saturday when my mother was there taking care of my dogs when I was still en route back from Italy, and that my mother did a Yenta routine on the phone with him and belly aching about the fact that all there was diet soda in the house and all this diet food and all this other stuff, and that she, as if she's got palsy, as if I didn't go out and buy her a nice new car, she can go to the Winn-Dixie or the Publix right up the street and buy all the fattening stuff, which I noticed she did anyway, and brought like fudgicles and popsicles and fattening crap, and because it says fat-free on the box, she thinks she's eating good, loaded with sugar, all kind. It was pretty good what she left over, by the way. And she was hocking a china to this poor fat guy. He said he couldn't get her off the phone, whining and carrying on. So the next time I go away, I guess I'm going to have to stock the refrigerator with a bunch of fattening crap because she really needs it.
There you go.
The bird's a liar. Yeah. So you weren't there, were you? You weren't there.
No, I was.
I did give my Jets tickets to Fat Rich, by the way. That'll make you feel better. For the Jets game.
Oh, okay.
So you're not getting them.
Seriously, you're going to ask...
I am serious. I did. In fact, yesterday I gave him my tickets and my parking pass.
Okay.
Because I'll be coming back from Vegas. I will not be here, which breaks my heart because it looks like it's going to be a great game again.
Well, I'll probably be there anyway.
Were you there yesterday?
No, I wasn't.
See, I told
you. You know why? Because I thought we were going to start the year off slow. I mean, I didn't expect this to happen.
So in other words, you only want to go when you're pretty sure that we're going to win, like if we were playing Piper High, like if we were playing a girls' school like the Hurricanes,
no,
playing
I want to go when there's
some
a good
grade
game.
5 school that's like one step away from Vassar,
no,
where the
I
guys
go
have
when
like
there's
only
a good
one
game
descended
on.
testicle. You do understand that that's one of the prerequisites for getting on the Georgia Southern football team. You must have only one descended testicle, like a ridgeling, like a horse. Seriously. You're laughing. I'm telling you, that's the you just go and check it out next time they come into town.
Okay, I will.
You hang out by the locker room.
I will.
They're all like John Kruk.
Well, I just want to say,
only not as fat.
If this was the first game of the year, I'm going to have a heart attack by the time December comes.
Yeah.
Because
well, yeah, it's obvious you're a real fan. You get free tickets and you don't even show up at the game.
I showed up. I wouldn't have gone to the station.
All right, describe for me the other people who sit in the row in front of me. You talked about Larry the Cop from the beach. You probably know him because he busted you. But
no, he was actually he was sitting next to us.
He was sitting next to you?
In the back row. He wasn't sitting where he always.
That's not his seats.
I know I wasn't, but he was just there for that.
Who was sitting on the other side of you?
Some old guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And who was next to him?
Oh, I didn't look that far. I couldn't even see the old guy because the old guy was kind of like really quiet and he didn't talk to anybody. But
he's
right
a
in
good
front
guy.
of us, there was like a couple of women there.
That's the school teacher and her father.
What?
The school teacher and her father sit on that side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, no, I didn't see all the way out there. I just saw.
What do you mean all the way out there? They would have been sitting right next to you. What are you talking about all the way out there?
Okay.
Right next to you.
The old guy was the school teacher's father?
Yes.
Okay, well, I didn't see the school teacher.
Well, she sits on the other side of him. He's pretty fat. You wouldn't see her.
I didn't. And
he's not that fat. They're good people.
And
they're
if you
Jewish.
ask, everybody recognizes.
And by the way, congratulations to the dozen of us who sat through that Goyish invocation on the eve of Rosh Hashanah at the game yesterday. Congratulations. We got about a dozen people this year who've got the balls not to stand for a religious exercise which has no place at a goddamn football game. Go ahead, sir.
By the way, did you like the announcer at the stadium there?
Who, Ron St. John? He's been doing it for like 100 years.
No. The guy that was doing the calling on the game, on the PA.
That's Ron St. John.
Is that the same one as always?
The guy who was doing it that other game, I've been through this, was Greg Fadick because Ron St. John had to go to a bris.
Oh, I see. That guy was horrible.
He was horrible. Well, that's not the regular guy.
Okay.
In other words, that was the first Dolphin game you've ever been to?
No.
That we're not even sure if you were there, but you. So what are you talking about? That's not Ron St. John.
Okay, well, it wasn't the same guy that I always heard.
He won't be invited back, believe me. Trust me.
I hope not.
He works here.
He was horrendous.
Well, he's just as good here, believe me. Well, listen, Willie, I'm glad you enjoyed the game.
Okay.
And
for sure, I'll be out there a few games, and I'll go in.
Yeah. We believe you.
All right.
Okay, Willie.
Okay, bye-bye.
See ya. Now, can I ask you a question? What am I watching? I thought I was watching Channel 6. Where's the Young and the Horny? I'm watching We'll help you pick the right antenna. It's like Rick Riley's house. It's like a distorted picture. It's an ad for something.
Isn't the U.S. Open on today?
Ah, no! You know, they can take that tennis crap and they can stick those balls right up their ass. They're doing the U.S. Open today? No wonder I've been sitting here and I'm like, trying to pay a little bit of attention to the show more than usual because it's the first day back. After today, forget it. And I'm looking out of the corner of my eye and I'm thinking, how come I don't see a Young and a Horny on today? And now I notice that it's the damn, the Useless Open. Gee, now how long is this going to go on? All week? Or is today the finals? It can't be the finals. Is Pete Sampras at least playing today? Huh? That little monkey? Can we say that? Yeah, we can say that. He's white. See, it's okay to say he looks like a monkey, but if Howard Cosell said Alvin Garrett of the Redskins looked like a little monkey, then they make a big racial thing out of it. Is Howard still alive, by the way? I was thinking about that on the plane trip back. I was thinking about people who are dead and those who should be. And I guess Howard's still alive, but he's got the shake so bad that he can't stay still long enough for us to see him. Boy, remember what last few times he did the Kentucky Derby on ABC, and the mic would be like, oh, jeez, I mean, his wig was flying. Yeah, there's New York, there's Manhattan for you, there's the World Trade Center, there's the Empire State Building, and there's the U.S. goddamn Open. How do you like that? And here's these two douchebags. That's that Jim Nance and that Mary Carrillo, whose brother used to play Pancho on the Cisco Kid, Leo Carrillo. And this is it. And where's that, what's her name, Sanchez Vicario and Steffi Graf. Oh, she gives me a, look at the schnoz on that bitch, that Steffi Graf. She is the, that wasn't her, that was the German bitch. She still gives me a pain in the ass. We're watching women's tennis? Oh, my God, it's not bad enough we can't even see Pete Sampras, who at least looks almost human. We got to watch women's tennis and a bunch of bull dykes out there batting the ball back and forth. Where the hell is Billie Jean Queen when we need her? And Martina, she'll butch those guys up a little bit. She'll give them what for. Ah, so the show's not on today. Is this also going to be on tomorrow? Because I saw The Young and the Horny for tomorrow. Now, what are we watching? It is women. Look at all the empty seats. Look at the empty seats in that crowd. You could go bowling in the stands in there because they got some pansy women's tournament on there. 1248 at your very psychotic station as of only moments ago, WIOD.
Hi, everybody. This is Rick Seiderman. I want you to listen to the Phil Henry Show, Monday through Friday, 2 to 6 in the afternoon. Phil deals with the very serious issues of the day. He talks about Clinton. He talks about health care. He talks about the payroll and the affordable. He also grabs my leaning. So listen to Phil Henry, 2 to 6, every weekday afternoon on WIOD.
So, what are you doing this week? Finger in the wrong damn place.
Well, I feel, since I'm, like, awake, I don't feel like I'm right. I should be, you know, like, you know.
What's the matter with the guy in D.C. putting scandal back in the White House? I think Hillary let him off too easy. As a faithful husband, he's a louse. Took advantage of his governmental powers, and I think he's nailed a few days besides Jenny Powers. Short hair, health care, his brains are in his underwear, 'cause Phil's a crackable to me.
My fellow Americans, this is your president. Let me talk frankly about health care. After all these late nights with these ladies, I'm going to need Blue Cross, I can guarantee. It's time for a change. Have the troopers bring me in a brunette this time.
Ooh, he promised poor folks that he wouldn't raise taxes, and he got his budget plan to pass. I guess he figured once he got into office, he could really screw the middle class. The Democrats thought their candidate was super. That's before he set up orgies with the Arkansas troopers. Sex play, matinee, he says he's not like JFK, but Phil's a crackable to me. The White House staff is talking how Clinton's not a phony, but Bill's a crackable to me.
12:53 at WID. That was Steffi Graf with the big schnoz. I should have been able to tell because, well, she's not that dark. She's playing this black. Have you watched this other woman? And I use that word loosely. This bull dyke that she's playing, this big black Zena Garrison Jackson Schwartz. She's got legs like tree trunks. Even the redwoods are like pale in comparison compared to her. Wait till you see that. And she's got a schnoz, this Steffi. See, women's sports wouldn't be so bad if there were like real women playing them. Then it might be interesting. I doubt it, but it might be. But when they got all these bull dykes out there, like pretending to be women, it's like watching the damn Olympics again. Like watching all those Eastern European women with the steroids. Here's Hollywood. Hello. Third time. Hollywood on a dateline. 3 strikes, you're out. Let's go to Pompano. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
First time caller, sir.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, did you see the TV guy yesterday morning?
Did I see what?
The TV guy?
TV guy?
On the Sun Sentinel?
Yes, I did.
Was kind of heavy, right?
It was heavy?
Was a heavy paper yesterday.
Yeah. Well, there's 75,000 pages of ads in here.
Guess who was in the front page of the TV guy?
I didn't see it.
Roseanne.
That's why it was so heavy, yeah.
Yeah, Roseanne.
Good thinking, pal.
Yeah, she's going to be the host in the Video Music Award.
She's going to be the horse's ass?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I can't believe there's no more decent people to put it like a host.
What does she have to do with TV music, by the way?
I don't know.
Nothing.
Nothing to do.
Yeah.
She's a big cow, that's all she is.
She ought to be out there playing tennis right now with Zena Garrison Jackson Schwartz Cohen.
That's good tennis, man.
Yeah.
Hockey's coming.
There you go. Now we got something. It looks like they're not going to have the strike where they got the training camp is going out. It'll just be a matter of weeks, man. We'll be in heaven again.
Yeah, Petersburg somewhere, right?
In St. Petersburg.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was reading the Money magazine the other day.
Yeah.
Money magazine.
Well, if you can't make it, read about it.
Yeah. They show the 300 best places in America to live.
Yeah.
Guess where Buffalo was?
$2.99.
Close. $2.77.
There you go. just above Miami.
Yeah.
Okay, have a great day, amigo.
That's what I want to say, Neil.
Yeah.
Bye, welcome back.
Hasta que mil vidas.
Okay,
see ya. Open line in Broward, 524. Yeah, they had a thing about, like, major markets. I don't remember. This wasn't in money, but it was just before I went away. The most desirable places, and they rated, like, 15 different cities, and Miami was number 15. Oh! Boy, we're doing it, baby. We have got it for you. But we're still, like, 200 notches ahead of Buffalo. The guy's got a good point. And how about those Bills yesterday? Oh, man, they must be sitting shivvy. You know that house I always talk about 2 blocks from me where they have the big Bills, the Bills helmet on that stupid shed they've got out there? I mean, we're talking about Bills fans to the point of obnoxious. They're obsessed with it. And they must be just 3 points against the Jets. The Boomer was in a coma during the entire preseason. They were predicting like a disaster for the Jets. And right there in Rich Stadium in Buffalo, in Orchard Park, New York, they get their ass kicked by the Jets. I love it. Oh! I bet Jim Kelly's going to be spending all week painting that bald spot. North Miami Beach on the Purple Line. Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
Great.
I just, you were talking about the satellite earlier in your show.
Yeah.
I was very disappointed with the TVN feed yesterday.
Yeah.
It was like looking through a filter or something like that.
Yeah, there was only, I think, I don't remember the numbers, but the Colts-Houston game, that picture was crystal clear. That was a good one. It was on at maybe 6, I think. But most of the other 8 channels, the picture was, it was like either mediocre or like 8, the one I said before, the Bears and Bucks game, that picture was awful.
Yeah, I'm very disappointed. Did you get the Dolphin game on your thing?
No. Well, I don't know because I left, I went to the game.
So you're blacked out?
Supposedly.
Well, I registered my thing with a relative somewhere.
You registered your thing?
Well, you have to register
your unit, yeah.
Yeah, your unit.
Yeah.
But I got the Dolphins. Interestingly enough,
you got it?
It came in because it's in the name of a relative somewhere else in the country.
Well, somebody before said they tried that and it didn't work.
Yeah, not only that, but you could pick it up on WXIA, the Atlanta NBC.
And BZ also.
Well, that's it. Oh, really?
Yeah, because BZ is in Boston and they carry the Patriots.
That's the only one I didn't try. Well, obviously.
However, BZ is also losing NBC like very, very soon. I think in January. Although it'll be like the whole regular season will be on BZ, but we won't be. The Patriots won't be playing here again, so it's meaningless now.
Well, I guess it's worth it, but I was very disappointed last year when everything was on K2. The pictures, like you say, were...
Oh, well, when everything was in the clear, when the NFC used to be mostly on T1, and then you'd have to fish around for a couple of them.
Right.
And all the AFC games, like you say, would be on K2, on a KU band. And the picture was just outstanding. I mean, clear as a bell. And now they're trying to, because they peddled this to all us suckers, and they held us up for the money. Oh, it's great because it's all on one satellite. You can just... And Shula's even doing these spots. You probably saw them yesterday. Yeah. And you can zip up and down and watch all the games. Well, it used to be that way anyway. They were on 2 different satellites, and you could watch all the games. You didn't have to pay for them.
Absolutely.
And there were, and it was no blackouts.
Yeah, this is almost a waste of $99. I'm sure that you can fish around and get a lot of the games. Just I bought most of the city stations this year.
Yeah. Well, I got it for $79 because I got it when I was renewing Showtime and Movie Channel as part of a package. But even, it's not the price that bothers me so much, but like you said, the fact that the picture quality is so mediocre and they put it on a satellite that's old and crappy, I mean, who wants to pay for that?
Absolutely. You're right. I would pay more to get the kind of picture we had last year.
Right.
That was ridiculous.
I'd pay double if they would just get Terry Bradshaw off of there. Okay, pal, good luck to us.
See you later.
Yeah, just another example of the way they fleece the consumer, and it comes back to the same thing again. Baseball are on strike. The season's as good as over. Forget about it. Football, we got Dion running around. He wants $30 million. He wants $60 million. Hockey, we're like peeing in our pants. Are they going to have the season? And then now the thing on television. Oh, if you got $50,000, we might let you watch a game or two with a crappy picture.
South Florida's news, talk, and entertainment station. News Talk Radio 610 WIOD, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
In case you missed it before, O.J. Simpson out with a knee sprain for the rest of this game.
Just lick 'em. News Talk Radio 610 WIOD presents The Neil Rogers Show. To talk with Neil, call 751 WIOD from Dade, 524 WIOD from Broward. Outside the 305 area code, it's toll-free, 1-800-944-WIOD. Bell South Mobility customers can call Star IOD at no charge, and Cellular One customers can call Pound IOD at no charge.
Boy.
The opinions expressed by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily those of the station or its sponsors. Now, Neil Rogers on News Talk Radio 610 WIOD.
It's the 1 to 2 hour.
You jackass.
O.J. Simpson was a hero, loved by millions across the land. He went to visit his ex-wife now. You turd. She was hanging with another man. The Juice went home now for a knife and ski mask and a pair of gloves, and back he went. She was tipping her friend the waiter and giving more than 15%. Well, Juice couldn't take it, started slicing and dicing, don't you know? Was at the airport before they fell. He made a touchdown in old Chicago. He checked in at the Alibi Hotel, but the LAGA, well, he flagged O.J. for illegal procedure with a knife. That's the prison yard penalty. He said with conviction. That's what you get when you hack the wife out on the LA freeway in a getaway Bronco, pressing something to his skull, wishing he was dead. But it was a cell phone, no, not a pistol. Suicide by tumor, deep in his head. Well, they finally got him. Now it's up to the jury, but he will surely be in jail for life. Now the people lay off say they feel bad for O.J. They forget it ain't okay.
Oi!
To hack the wife. Hack the wife, baby. How come time made O.J. so black?
108 at WIOD. You know, CBS really sucks. Not only they lose the NFL to Fox, which took all the losers over there, Terry Bradshaw and all these other marginal people. But every time there's like a golf tournament, something really boring going on, or tennis, and it's a holiday, instead of seeing the regular programs that you expect to see, you can always depend on CBS to have this swill on there. 44?
42.
Oh, 42. There's some Western on 44. 42? Who are these fruitcakes? What is this? A fruit convention? What is this, man? This is Seward. This is on S2 on a satellite from Puerto Rico. You have never seen, even the British never saw so many queens in one place. Look at that. Good golly. How are they, if they got like lead weights in their shoes, how are they keeping them on the ground? Look at that one there. He's like grabbing himself. Okay, let's go to Cooper City. Hello. Let's try next time you do your shtick, make sure we can understand it. Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Neil.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, I was at the game last night. I was at down 415, the nosebleed section.
Yeah.
Anybody that's out there that says that Danny is finished.
Like Bob Rubin, for example.
Yeah.
Who needs a brain transplant. Yeah.
Yeah, that was pathetic.
Anybody that says Bernie Kosar is an ample replacement and Danny is through, anybody that would write a column like that, I have to wonder if they're like need a lobotomy or something.
Exactly.
Get a search party and see if there's any evidence of intelligence left there.
Yeah, he's finished all right.
He's, right.
476 yards.
Right.
Yeah,
the The greatest game in the history of the NFL yesterday. The greatest one-man performance. I mean, let's face it, New England played their brains out, and Bledsoe just picked our secondary apart like they weren't even on the field. And we just kept coming back, and Danny just kept firing these incredible, I mean, just bullets downfield to Fryer and Ingram. It was just a miraculous thing to see.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, I lucked out into this game. I haven't been to a game since I was 11 years old because I really can't afford it.
Yeah.
But one of my buddies said he was going to take me to a game, and he asked me which game because he had season tickets.
Good choice, man.
And he told me, I said, New England, Buffalo, or the Jets.
Yeah.
And he took me to this one, and we were going to have a barbecue right before the game, and you know how that went.
Yeah.
It was
a little wet.
So. Yeah,
but you notice, I kept saying to everybody, I said, I think this is an omen because it poured like hell, and it stopped just before the game started. And then as we left with about a minute and some left in the game. You know, it was in the bag.
Right.
And just as we got on the turnpike, it started coming down again. So once the game ended, so in other words, it was like the heavens were looking down on the Dolphins, and we squeezed it in there, and Danny made his comeback, and it was a great thing.
Hey, and
it was like winning the goddamn Super Bowl yesterday, just about.
And we had a guy, one of them jerks that's in the stands.
Yeah.
That's just a drunk moron, and he's back there and he's got his face painted, half green, half orange. Well, I'm a Dolphin fan, but still, I'm a Dolphin fan. I'm a diehard Dolphin fan.
Yeah.
And there was a couple of Patriot fans behind me, but
really?
They were okay guys. They were just sitting back watching the game, having a good time. And this guy decides to throw a beer on him.
Nice.
And there's about 4 bodybuilders there. They got up and whipped the living hell out of him. Had their beer.
Beautiful. Well, I'm glad you had a good time, pal. You made a good choice.
Oh, it was great. It was fantastic.
Good luck to us.
You have a good one.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Good luck to us. Let us find a pass rush and a secondary and a running game. Oh, man, I'll tell you, Terry Kirby, I'm sorry. Real sorry. We have 2 open lines. They're both in Dade County, 751 WIOD. It's 12 minutes after 1. And picture this. You're sitting at a table overlooking the Intracoastal. Just sitting. It's a Mahaya, man. The place is casual and comfortable. The kind of place you could spend the whole evening in, just basking in the atmosphere. You're
I swear I woke up and my hair was aside. Morning hair, like a cat crawled on my head and died. Opened my eyes to a surprise. Is this my head or my eye behind? Looks like my scalp just blew apart. Looks like I'm related to Don King. My hair is downright frightening. And if the Simpsons call, I just might be the new Bart. Morning hair, didn't know that my hair went that high. A nightmare, got hair. If I had a big bag, I would hide. Morning hair, it's some kind of curse that grows on my head. There's one thing to do, and that's go back to bed with this head.
So Chris Baker will be in here basking in the glory of the Cowboys, just sneaking past the putrid Pittsburgh Steelers yesterday, and that's not something to be too proud of, I'll tell you that. That was a real smarmy, ugly win yesterday, and not a good way to start for Barry Swisher. Look out, Barry, man. They're after your ass, baby. They're out to make Jimmy look better than ever. That's all I can tell you. In fact, they'll probably lay down a couple of games just to make sure he looks bad. I think that's the fix is in. So anyway, Phil Henry...
Yeah, but wait a second.
...is not here this afternoon, and Chris Baker, so who's doing your show tonight? Not a tape.
Steve Patterson.
Oh, Steve Patterson is doing your show tonight? Thank God we warned America. Don't forget, Monday Night Football tonight. Oh, I'm sorry. Steve Patterson. God, that man, where do they keep his supply of drugs that they give this guy on a weekend? I heard him yesterday, was either, I guess, on the way to the game. and he was talking about Bill Clinton is going to wind up in jail, and he had this dream about how somebody else was in jail with him, and I think it was him. I think he was fantasizing. In fact, it's funny I should mention that, because just before I was watching that tennis crap, before I reminded myself to shut it off, and they were showing Andre, pardon me for being the grossest human being on the face of the earth, Agassi, practicing on like an empty court there, and I thought, wouldn't that be a fitting punishment for O.J.? Stick his ass in the same cell with Andre Agassi for about 3 years, man. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you're hot today.
I am. I'm smoking it, man.
Welcome back.
Jazz left a supply.
Listen, just what you said about Steve Patterson, I
Yeah.
wouldn't even want to call about that, but I heard him like when you were gone the first week. How does this guy get a show? What
Because
is
he knows Chris. Chris got him the job here.
Yeah, he's pretty bad, too.
He and Chris have got a little thing going on the side.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Trust me.
Listen,
You know those right-wingers, man. They talk a good game.
Listen, while you were gone, there's a promotion.
In fact, the two of them are doing like a little three-way Jeb Bush is what I understand.
Come on, man.
There's something with Bush in there. I don't know.
I'm dying over here.
Anyway.
Listen, there's a promotion when the lady calls in and she's going, and you're like, why do you listen? She goes, because. You know,
Yeah, that promo. I love that.
Could you please put Smelly Bitch on after that? That's just,
Could I please put Smelly Bitch on after that?
Yeah, when she says her thing, just go Smelly Bitch, because she's a smelly bitch.
Yeah.
I mean, just the way she says.
Because, yeah, I love her.
Because.
Smart ass.
And then it seems
bitch with
like
an attitude.
The promo
BWA.
doesn't do you justice.
WBWA. White bitch with an attitude.
The promo doesn't give you justice because you don't get to nail her.
Yeah.
So get a.
I don't want to nail her. Maybe you do, but not me.
Not that smelly bitch.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And
We'll work on it.
I just want to say, Rick and.
We'll take it under consideration. There's obviously a great Kansas City fan right there. By the way, you notice all the old guys made a big comeback yesterday? Montana had a big day for Kansas City, 315 yards, if my memory is correct, and Danny Boy was just, we love you, Danny. We never had any doubts. Well, he had his doubts, too. Don't kid yourself. He was, like, real tentative, and he didn't know whether he could do it. But I'm telling you, when he convinced himself and everybody else in the stands and his own inept team was when he took that belly flop in the mud, man, when it was like 3rd and 6, and he said, hey, Kirby couldn't run from here to a brick wall. I'm going to do this myself. Anyway, and everybody was like gasping, like in the mud, and with that ankle, Danny, and he like went zooming and belly flopping in there, got the first down, and picked himself up, and it was beautiful. It was a beautiful thing, Danny. We love you. And Bernie Kosar, man, just stay healthy, Danny. That's all I can tell you. Bernie, you're a hell of a guy, but rumor has it you suck. And you can't play too well either, baby. Here's Lake Worth. Hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Hey, that field guy, he wasn't at the game.
He was never there.
I sit across from you, and I looked over there, and he wasn't there.
I guess he probably ran into that guy, Larry from the beach, and he knows who that guy is. So he keeps using him like he was sitting in the row. He doesn't even sit in the same row.
Right. Yeah, well, your seats were empty, but the second week the girl was there with her husband.
Yeah, I got the report on that. And I understand they were nice people, too. I got the report from the school teacher.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Hey, how come nobody's talking about the great tackle second base made after the last punt?
Yeah.
Huh?
Thank God for second base.
Second base, thank God.
Yeah.
No wonder Barbary has
Don't start bitching about the condition of the field now, man, or Wayne will come to your house and say, hey, you keep your effing opinions to your effing self, man.
I love it.
You better get the effing information, Mandich.
So you're giving away your Super Bowl tickets?
I beg your pardon?
You're giving away your Super Bowl tickets?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they'll be calling for those, too.
Probably some bitch will be calling. Probably that smelly bitch.
Oh, smelly.
And I'll say, how come you're calling? She'll say, because.
Well, we had a couple of smelly bitches sitting next to us yesterday.
Really?
But they smelled good. that was important.
Okay.
All right. Jim Adams, you're a douchebag.
Good luck to you, Pally.
Bye-bye.
Okay. So he was like enjoying the aroma of the contest yesterday in the game as well. And what's wrong with male cheerleaders, huh? If they put some good ones out there, I think I did see one. I'm not sure. They're so far away, you know. You need to be a little bit closer. Maybe that was Eddie from the UM swim team. Remember Eddie from the UM swim team? That did the Marlins thing the first game or two before they got embarrassed out of it because it was so... See, that's the thing I love about this whole Wayne business is he keeps doing all this silly, crappy stuff, and people are like, oh, what are you doing, man? They're like, gagging. What is this? And then he gets embarrassed out of doing it. It was like the hokey pokey at the Marlin game. Remember that? And they did that for like 1 or 2 games, and everybody said, get serious. This is so freaking juvenile. and they quit doing the hokey pokey. And by the way, the best thing, this is why we won the game yesterday, 2 reasons. Number one, never at any time during the game did anybody start that juvenile wave, okay? Never did anybody do the wave. And number two, and I think there's a direct connection, guess who we never saw hiding? He was down there because I saw him sulking around in the corner now that he's been relegated like the backer. Dolphin Denny. He was just pouting, just kind of like, pouncing around in the background there, pouting. Nobody paid any attention to him. I say hallelujah. Oh! That's why we won the game. I could be wrong. It's 123 at WIOD. As you know, Charles Alfieri has been supplying hair replacement systems for leading showbiz people for over 25 years. Why? Because they know that Charlie knows his hair, baby. He knows the inside, the outside, and what's in between. Now, you can pay more for a hair system. You can go to the hair club for boys, men, girls, and in between, whatever the hell they call it. Pay as much as $2,800 for some hair, or you can get the best looking and the most natural looking system available anywhere in the world for just $800 from Charles Alfieri. Charlie knows the secret of a natural looking system is regular servicing, man. That's what life is all about, is regular servicing. And that's why service visits at Charles Alfieri Studios are priced at just $25, not $60 like at Hair Club. Just imagine getting service for $25. And while you wait, Charlie will add hair to your present system at only $25 an hour. He'll restore its natural color for only $10 and even revive the wave and curl to make it look natural again, no matter where you bought that bunch of hair. So pick up the phone and call. They'll send you their free brochure, or they'll make an appointment for you. Go in and get yourself some great-looking hair, look younger, and whatever. Call 928-1755. That's 928-1755 in Broward. Any place outside of Broward, toll-free, of course, 1-800-321-2413. That's 1-800-321-2413. Look at the next spot on the log, by the way, George. That's Charles Alfieri at 4390 North Federal Highway between Oakland and Commercial in Fort Lauderdale.
The only thing worse than driving in South Florida traffic is driving into it unprepared.
I've still got some trouble spots in Dade County, including Kendall Drive eastbound at 117.
Skywatch 610 traffic on WIOD. Replays covering 3 counties and more traffic reports when you need them, even on the weekends. Skywatch 610 traffic, only on 610 WIOD.
All right. Somebody want to tell me what happened here?
This is the man that saw it right here. It was this ball of red light, officer, like a meteor or some kind. It comes down, lands right here in my north field.
Is it friendly or hostile?
Well, something happened here.
Big.
Look at the size of this crater.
Is it a force for good or evil?
Only you saw this.
This blaze of light, and after it hits, this kind of red blur just shot on down the road.
Hey, Chief, look over here. What'd you find?
Everybody just get back.
What is it, Chief?
It's tire tracks. Introducing an all-new Mitsubishi Eclipse for 1995. Lower, wider, with up to 210 horsepower. Performance that is unearthly.
What do you think it is, Chief? I don't know, but I'm going to find it.
That's easy. Call 1-800-55-MITSU for your nearest Mitsubishi dealer. The Eclipse from Mitsubishi. The new thinking in automobiles.
Some television stations show the gore, the violence, and the horror. If it bleeds, it leads, and they call it news. We don't. At Channel 4 News, we've dedicated ourselves to covering the news that directly affects you, not just the nightly police report. Channel 4, where the news comes first.
Sector 100/70 and falling.
Here we go. Wish me luck.
This fall on NBC, if you thought there were no heroes left,
You're just a resident.
What do you want to do? You want to wait? This guy could die while we're out here discussing.
just look a little closer.
How dare you? How dare you treat your child like this? He's a little kid.
From Michael Crichton, author of Jurassic Park,
Helping them is more important than how we feel.
comes the next great television drama, ER.
Coming this fall to NBC at WTVJ, Channel 4.
This afternoon at 2, don't miss Phil Hendry. Every one of him, right here.
Actually, Phil Henry is going to be doing a show impersonating Chris Baker this afternoon, and I have a feeling that he's going to con the crap out of this audience. 127 at WIOD. We have an open line in Dade. It's been pretty damn active today, I'll tell you that. Got off to kind of like a marginal start, but then when you follow Rick Riley, what do you expect? 751 WIOD in Dade, and I'm going to keep ribbing him, man. I'm going to keep just digging and digging until he finally does something with that satellite dish. I am so sick and tired of hearing all these excuses and all this crap, you know. Either do it or get off the pot, man. Do it. Like Nancy Reagan would say, just do it. Now, why are you doing this to me again? This is the fourth one, Hollywood on a Dateline. You know there's not going to be anybody there.
There's not.
Oh. Open line in Dade, 751, and one on the green line. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Oh, Neil?
Yes.
Neil.
Yeah.
That game yesterday.
Yes?
True classic game for the ages.
One of the greatest games in the history of professional sports, if I dare say that myself.
And even listening to it on the radio on that bland, mediocre broadcast, that Zimfer, God.
Really bad.
It still came through, though. The excitement of the game even blasted through.
Did it?
That mediocre broadcast.
That's only because of Mandich.
Yeah, Mandich in the crowd. That's exactly what it was.
Not because of Zimfer.
Yeah. Hey, Neil, let me ask you about Italy.
Marino slogging in the mud. Back to pass. He throws downfield. Has a man open. Mark Ingram has it at the 30. He's to the 20. 10. He is gone. Oh, touchdown.
Yes!
Yes.
Danny Marino is back, baby, as he rifles a bullet down there, and Mark Ingram trails that football.
Yes!
That is sweet.
You jackass. Incredible.
Yeah, they could maintain some of that intensity during the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Neil, let me ask you about Italy. When you went over there, did you get out of Rome, or were you in Rome the whole time?
Did I get out of Rome?
Yeah, out of the city.
Eventually.
Yeah.
No, I was in Milan for a couple of days, and I was in Rome for a few days.
Right.
I was roaming around.
Yeah. Now, I was out there.
And by the way, anybody who says that Milan is like New York City, see, let me just tell you something.
Sure.
If you ever plan on going somewhere, where it sounds like you might be interested in going, just go and find out for yourself. Because if you listen to other people, they tell you such fantastic tales. Anybody who could compare Milan to New York is in a dream world. They got a few tall buildings there, like maybe 5 or 6, fairly big buildings. And other than that, Milan is about as sterile as the inside of a Band-Aid box. I mean, Milan is meaningless. It's nothing.
Yeah, it's just a big financial city.
Yeah. I mean, there is nothing. It's clean. The streets are clean, but there is nothing there. And the food is nothing like in Rome. It's like Northern Italian, where they use a lot of butter and a lot of fatty stuff and a lot of rice. And this crap where how anybody could go to Milan and tell you, it's just like a big New York with, what is that? They're crazy.
No, I was over there. I was over there for 2 weeks in early August. I took over 8 hours of Neil tapes.
Why would you go to Rome, Italy in August?
Because that was when I got my vacation.
Well, where were you?
I was in the eastern side. I was around Florence, Umbria.
And there were people there?
Etrusca, yeah.
Because a lot of places, like in Rome and in Milan, in the first three and a half weeks of August, the towns, they're deserted. Everybody goes on vacation. The restaurants close up. There's nobody there.
Yeah, but when you get into the real little towns, like I was driving in a car, and I just drove all over all the little towns. All the places are open because they're all run by families. But just other people just don't take vacations, basically. Right. But it was great. 2 just fabulous weeks there.
Italy's the greatest place on the face of the earth.
Oh, and the people.
And the people there are so sharp and so beautiful and so friendly. And the thing is, the Pope keeps trying to dictate the way they live. And they keep having these votes. And they say, hey, up your nose with a rubber hose.
Exactly.
Go
they just
smoke
go on
some
with
dope.
their lives.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the greatest place on earth, Neil.
Yep, you're right.
All right.
See ya.
Have a good one.
Arrivederci. Open line in Broward, 524, and 2 lines in Dade now. See, I made a mistake. I said things have been smoking today, and I was we don't want to get carried away. And plus, when I told him Phil Henry wasn't going to be here, Phil Henry is going to be here pretending to be Chris Baker, sitting in for Phil Henry. And who's going to be on tonight? Steve Patterson. Boy, he must be sleeping with Steve Nickel. That's all I can say. Steve Patterson.
Let's rock.
Here's West Palm Beach on the Star Line. Hello.
Neil.
Yeah.
Hey, second time caller.
All right.
Hey, how was Italy?
It was a wonderful Paisan.
Hey, I seen that I got a Ron Popeil update. I seen that on Fox television this weekend.
Yeah.
Thing looks like a blender.
I saw it yesterday for the 482nd time.
Yeah, it looks
and
like
I'm proud to say that I didn't stay through there. I stayed through about 2 minutes.
Yeah, the thing looks like a friggin' blender.
No, it works okay. I mean, it's all right.
So how do they make homemade pasta, like string and all that? They just press it through something, or what do they do?
They just squeeze it out.
They just squeeze it.
They just sit down and squeeze it out.
Is this all request?
That's Ron's motto. When in doubt, squeeze it out. Yes, sir. What do you want?
Is this all request Monday? Or?
I just said, what do you want?
Yeah, okay. Could you play that, what is that Tourette syndrome? Or?
It sounds like you need it. Okay.
All right, guys.
Have a great life,
hey,
pal.
You have a good evening.
Okay. Have a good night. Buonasera. Buonasera. Too early for Buonasera, man. See, that's one of the problems over there. It's always better to let them speak first, okay? Because buongiorno is like good day, good afternoon. But like if you go in at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you say buonasera, they're like bone ahead. You know, what is that? Buonasera is like good evening. You know, like it's starting to get dark out, or like late in the afternoon. Buonasera. So you let them say it first, and they just repeat it, even though you don't know what the hell does it mean. Buonasera. Hey, they smile and they're happy. That's all. What's the problem, for crying out loud? What's why argue about 200,000-300,000 lira among friends? What the hell did he want to hear?
Hi, this is Joe Pesci, and I would like to be serious with you for a moment to talk to you about a little-known yet devastating disease. It's called Tourette's syndrome. Many people suffering from this affliction aren't even f***ing aware of it. It can happen at almost any f***ing time. This is one big f***ing problem over here, and I'm trying to make you f***ing assholes aware of it. What the f*** are you laughing at over there? Look at that guy over there, he's laughing. You think this is f***ing funny? What, do you think of being f***ing funny over here? What the f*** is so f***ing funny over here? Did I say something to amuse you? Look at this f***ing guy laughing over here. All right.
Come on, Joe.
What's wrong with you?
That's not right.
What'd you do that for?
You know, you're gonna have to bury him. I'm not burying him this time.
That's fine.
Can't you
Fine.
take it?
That's the first time I had to bury somebody.
134 at WID. By the way, our track pack promotion, of course, Pompano Park is closed until October for the fall meet. And we had it wound up pretty good. Fat Rich and I, between the two of us, we came on with several $1,000s there the last 3 or 4 weeks. And my last night, a week ago last Friday, just missed by a nose with Prince Pine, and then won the other race with Ben Sealster. So and then Rich had like a win in a second on this last Friday. So we wound up with about $10 grand altogether, which isn't too bad. And I understand the checks are going to be like $30 or $40, and they'll be sent out probably in a few days. So not bad. Not bad. We had a good number. We had like almost 400 people involved in the promotion, which was a good deal. And Rich now is legendary, man. This man has made himself, he is a legend, a walking, handicapping, Yenta, information-filled legend. We're at the game yesterday, and we're hanging out under the stands before the game when it was pouring like crazy, and a guy comes along. Rich! Oh, hi, Neil. Like I'm like chopped liver. Rich! Oh, McAdream in the 7th race. Yeah, Jim McDonald. The horse went off at 3-5. He opened up at 1-9. He was the lock of the century. I'm not knocking Rich's handy because he's a good handicapper and gets some marginal useless information. But, I mean, this guy was like peeing on his leg. Rich had to change his pants 4 times. McAdream! Oh, 360. I can give you 3 or 5 all day long, Pally, okay? Now you're starting to sound like Fred Siegel. Anyway, you want some hair? Oh, I'm sorry. 135 at WIOD.
Judge Leonard Rifkin deserves our... In the deep, dark jungles of Washington, D.C., one man fibbed his way to the top of the political food chain.
I'm the king.
The Lion King.
I'm going to do something about them terrains. Really?
Walt Disney Productions combines 60 years of cartoon mastery with 2 years of political ineptitude to give you a story we know all too well.
NAFTA's going to be nifty for everybody. I promise.
The Lion King. With music by Elton John. Same old song and dance by Bill Clinton.
There was nothing to all them white water loans. He didn't show his willy off to Paula Jones.
Bill Clinton is the Lion King.
Sure, he smoked it when he was young, but it never got in his lungs.
The Lion King. It's the story of love and power starring Bill Clinton. It's his word against the entire world, so who you gonna believe?
It's the lion.
Coming soon to a press conference near you. Rated BS. You know what BS stands for.
While he's smiling.
Yeah, BS. Isn't that the same as OS, as in Oliver Stone? I am so sick and tired of Oliver Stone. Instead of wasting your time and money going to see that stupid movie, go out and buy that book by John Considine that I told you about before. Mad as Hell, the life story of Patty Chayefsky. It is just the best. I'm telling you, just dynamite. But anyway, they're not going to take the time to read. Don't you understand? They don't know how to read. They're too busy playing midnight basketball. Here's Sunrise. Hello.
Happy Rosh Hashanah, Neil.
Mm-hmm.
Long-time listener.
Boy! And a bad phone to boot.
Oh, just let me know when it's better.
Awful.
I'm sorry.
What kind of a phone is it? Is it a cordless?
No, it's a Western Electric.
Western Union. Boy, you need help, man. I would wire Western Union to get enough money to buy a real phone. It's a piece of junk, man. You sound muted.
Nah.
Yeah.
No, I shouldn't.
Muted.
How about some Dolphins yesterday?
Yeah.
Huh?
How about it?
Yeah. You notice something Saturday? What, but 1,900 college football games, and Sports Channel did not show the clips from Belmont. Isn't that awful?
They didn't?
No. They had a graded Breeders' Cup prep on the turf.
Yeah.
50,000 purse. It was never on.
I'll be damned.
Terrible. I'm going to call Continental and complain.
I would.
Yeah.
That'll get you some action.
Where's the
Not.
thanks? Where's the thanks for calling Lady Ben?
She'll be calling tomorrow. Just leave her alone, okay? She'll get through. She's busy stocking up for Rosh Hashanah now.
Yeah.
She's buying her groceries for Yom Kippur. Have a great day, Pally.
Thanks.
And get a new phone.
I'll try. Go
Please.
Dolphins, go Panthers, and root for Sea Hero in the Breeders' Cup.
Okay. See ya. I'm watching Racing from the Meadows last night with Roger Houston, no less. God, is he obnoxious or what? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? No? Oh, man, he could be the most obnoxious human being on the face of the earth. Roger Houston, the voice. Well, the voice gave you the double, and the voice gives me a pain in the ass is what the voice gives me. And poor Dave Pallone, man, he's only won like 475 races at the Meadows this year. He's having kind of a rough streak. But, you know, it happens to all of us, Dave. Love and kisses, baby. You're the best. Won't be long now. We got like a little rest now, about 4 weeks, and then Pompano Park will be open with the fall meeting. The real guys will be back. We'll have Kevin Wallace and Wally Hennessy A, and we'll have the real guys back, the real Graham. Here's a lady in Miami. Hello.
Yes.
Hi.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Welcome home. I'm glad you made the game yesterday.
I enjoyed it. I can't begin to tell you how much. I would have kicked myself if I would have gotten back too late to go to the game.
I'm so glad.
Uh-huh.
3 possible scenarios. One, with all his power that Wayne has with the Dolphins, does he have the power to pull the sports announcing of the game from IOD, like to get back maybe at you or Jim?
No, because we have a 3-year contract. But
Thank God.
But I will guarantee you at the end of that 3 years, it'll be long gone.
And what if he bought the station from Cox? Would
I pray from your lips to somebody's ears. Oh, please buy it now. Pay me. I have a 5-year contract starting in November the 7th. Please, I'm begging you, buy it now. Just write me a check. I'll go to Rome. You'll never see me again. I won't be on here talking about Jockbuster, Shockbuster. Just write me a check, baby. I'll be long gone.
Oh,
yes.
And please, I have a mad crush on Mad Dog.
Yeah.
What are my chances?
You
Is he married
jackass.
or what?
He said. You jackass.
Oh, okay.
He's flexible.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Thank
Have a
you.
great day.
You too.
And a good yontif.
Bye.
See ya. That's what Jim Mandich always says. Good yontif to the pontiff. The Pope does smoke dope, and of course, hey, just go back in your house and make a lot of babies, because Al Gore is stirring up a lot of trouble. You know, they got some real chutzpah, you know, and I hate to say that, but the goddamn Catholic Church, they have got chutzpah like I have never seen in my life. Opening up a big mouth. What the hell do they... What does a bunch of supposedly celibate priests know about reproduction and about overpopulation? Huh? What the hell do they know about it? Bunch of Neanderthals? But anyway, why am I getting started here? What am I getting working? By the way, I have a great... Don't let me forget tomorrow. I'm saving it for tomorrow. I've got an article about circumcision. It was actually a letter to the editor from USA Today while I was away. From a Jewish guy, a Jewish therapist of some kind in Boston. You will just freak. George will like it, because the guy is saying like circumcision is barbaric. It makes... And the guy is Jewish.
Right.
Well, wrong.
He knows.
Yeah, he knows. Maybe that's where he needs a circumcision, is that nose. Believe me, just having come back from Italy, if there's anybody who knows that we need more circumcision in this world, I know it. Trust me. You talk about foreskin. Okay, let's go to Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Neil, how are you?
Great.
Listen, I bought the Sunday ticket, the NFL Sunday ticket.
Right.
And I used a friend's name and address in another state. Gave him his phone number,
right.
my credit card number, no problems at all.
You got the game?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's 2 out
The
of
only problem, and nobody's told you yet, is that yesterday they were showing it on Transponder 4, the Dolphins game. That's where the Indianapolis game was, and the Indianapolis game was like 10 minutes over.
Oh, I see.
So guess what? You don't see the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, but you didn't miss anything.
Yeah, you missed the first 10 minutes of the game.
Yeah, but you didn't miss anything for us. We didn't score until like almost the end of the half.
Well, yeah, but we could have.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. You're paying all this money.
Believe me, be happy you missed the first 10 minutes. Trust me.
Yeah.
We were impotent, man. We were weak.
But anyway, Todd Christensen and some other guy are calling the game.
Yeah.
And you know the first touchdown where Marino threw it to Jackson?
Yeah.
And then he points over at the sideline?
Yeah.
Christensen saying that he's thanking him for the call. And then we find out today in the paper that Marino called that.
Yeah.
He's probably pointing at Gary Stevens saying, you asshole.
Exactly, and probably Marino went over to the sideline and suggested the flea flicker, and we know that Marino was the one who, gave the eye to Fryer on it. In fact, I read about it in the paper this morning about how he was wide open on it, and he was the one that called it the winning touchdown.
Exactly.
And so, Gary, I'm going to tell you something seriously. As much as I'm euphoric about the win yesterday, as long as Gary Stevens and Tom Olivadotti are the assistant coaches on this team, we're in big trouble, man. I don't care what anybody says. They suck.
What is the love affair with Olivadotti?
Well, see, that goes back to Shula again. And I know everybody's very thrilled that we pulled the game out, but it was Danny yesterday. If Danny would have gotten injured, if he wouldn't have been on the sharpest day of his life, we would have gotten beat yesterday. So I'm tired of hearing that. Shula's starting to remind me of Tom Landry, man. He's like, he was a great coach, but you can't keep saying that forever. Sooner or later, things start passing you by.
Well, what do you think the final score would have been if Kosar had been the starter and the player yesterday?
Probably New England 73 and us. Oh!
Have a nice week.
And back to you.
Bye.
I know. I'm peeing on their parade now because they want to get all Super Bowl. Well, I don't. I'm sorry. I don't see no ingredients in it. I see maybe toilet bowl, not Super Bowl. Is Danny going to play like that every week? I don't think so. Even as great as he is, there ain't nobody in the world who can play like that every week. And if you don't have if you don't have a pass rush and your secondary can't stop anybody to begin with, I mean, see, that just puts all the more pressure on the secondary when the quarterback's got enough time to write a letter home to grandma and there's no pass rush. Bledsoe was standing back there like a statue yesterday. Like, hey, how you doing over there? He was like waving to Parcells, looking up at friends in the crowd. Oh, by the way, here's a guy who's so wide open. I don't want to go into it. It's just annoying. Plus the fact that Mark Higgs is got screwed real bad. And if this team thinks that we don't need Mark Higgs, I mean, in fact, finally they put Spikes in the backfield like in the third quarter, late in the third quarter. And Fat Rich had been screaming, please, give him a chance, put him in the game. And the first time, we're like at about the New England 20, he got about a 6-yard gain on the first carry. I think he carried it again for another couple of yards. And the crowd was screaming like the Messiah had just come. That's how bad our running game is. You can't complain about our running game because we don't have any. So let's not get carried away in the euphoria of a phenomenal game and a brilliant win and a great performance by Fryer and, of course, Danny and maybe a couple of other guys. Scott Miller played good, too, yesterday, by the way, after McDuffie got hurt. And that's, like I said, that's not the first time that Zim Fryer did that. Earlier in one of the exhibition games, he called him O.J. Simpson, too. Every time McDuffie's name comes up, he calls him O.J. Simpson. Can I hear that just one more time because they're not believing me now?
In case you missed it before, O.J. Simpson out with a knee sprain for the rest of this game.
Well, if you were skulking around behind the house trying to hide that glove, you'd probably sprain your knee too, baby. Oh, maniac. 148 at WIOD. Broughton Garage Door Sales in Pompano Beach can open doors for you. If you need repairs, replacement sections, parts, or have a broken spring, you need to call Broughton, B-R-O-T-E-N. If you want the convenience of
news from around the planet and a whole lot more. It's Rick and Suds, weekday mornings, right here.
Just tell me what your problem is.
It made me cry. What I saw on the news is hard to believe. Michael Jackson just married Melissa Marie's a weirdo. Baby, that's no lie. 'Cause if there's one thing that she don't need, it's some more tabloid publicity with a weirdo. He's a weirdo. I guess that I don't understand. Don't you want a manly man? This guy ain't loving no way. The guy ain't like you and me. He ain't got no dinky. But I just cannot turn my head. I really think he's gay. Well, my stomach turns. He's a girly man with a plastic nose, probably prances round in a pantyhose. He's a weirdo. He's a weirdo. Well, now being dead ain't so bad, 'cause he won't ever get to call me dad. He's a weirdo. I'm kinda glad I died.
You jackass.
Well, look at that. Speaking of we're glad he died, here's Johnny Dark. 153 at WIOD. Is the coast still on the air? Or are they off now that we got that big Sounds of the 70s on 106? Oh, and by the way, I forgot to mention that. The last day before I went on vacation was, I think, the first day of their floor mat. I forgot to mention this because I was so dazzled by seeing Ricky Ticky at the game again yesterday. And I hate to tell you this, they sound pretty damn good. If they would stop playing James Taylor. Oh, man, all I can say. Oh, stop with the James Taylor. I've seen fire. Oh, man. I've seen puke in a bowl just listening to that sound. I mean, mounds of it. Tons, gallons. But they're huh? Get out. Well, I just heard them that one day. They sounded pretty damn good to me, the Sounds of the 70s. And when they get that thing refined, man, they're going to kick you guys' ass big time. I'm just telling you. You got that nice guy, you got that 15-year-old program director in there that tip off the old block. Here's Boca. Hello.
Hey, Neil, why'd you call that lady a smelly bitch?
I beg your pardon?
That lady that you called a smelly bitch?
You have beauty. That was cute, wasn't it? What does he have, like a fascination? He's like having fantasy. He doesn't even know who we're talking about, and he has fantasies that he's sleeping with her. Just get a hold of yourself, pal, if you can find anything. Chris Baker for, what's his name this afternoon? See how fast they forget? Phil is probably up. Speaking of what that last guy said, Phil's probably up there doing that right now in Minneapolis. That's these long weekends, man. I'm telling you, he's up there just doing it. Here's Pompano. Hello.
I'm sure he thought he was going to get on the air with us.
Oh, no question about it.
I was going to call you and tell you the same thing the guy did a little earlier about the satellite dish situation.
Yeah.
And I guess you already know now. So.
Well, I had the first guy that called about it this morning evidently didn't know how to lie well enough, or maybe he gave an address like in West Palm Beach or, some stupid thing like that. But it just makes sense. If they're doing it by zip code and you give somebody's out-of-state zip code, then you're going to get the game.
Exactly.
Right.
And I had the same problem that he had. I mean, the game didn't start until after, 20 after 4, because the first games went on until after 4 o'clock.
Right. Now, let me ask you this question, because I discussed this with, 3 or 4 other people, and they, now maybe I've got a good, a General Instruments, a 2750, a good receiver, a good system. But the picture on T3 left a lot to be desired, I thought, and especially on a couple of the transponders like T3-8 with the Bears buckskin. It sucked.
I'm glad you said that because I thought it might have been my system.
No. Now, the picture was really marginal. There were a couple of them that were clear like it should be, like it used to be on T1 and KU. But, man, there were some of them that were pretty marginal, and 8 was really bad.
Yeah, the Dolphin game was perfect.
Yeah, thank God.
I didn't have any problem with that.
That's when you needed to see. No, but seriously, don't you think when you're paying extra for that, they should at least put it on a satellite where the picture is clear?
Yeah, that's one of the oldest satellites up there.
Right, it sucks.
Hey, now, when you buy that Sunday ticket deal, does that include the Sunday night game and the Monday night game?
No. No, of course not.
Is that a separate deal?
That's a separate deal because that's ABC and TNT and SPCA and ESPN, all that other stuff.
Yeah, now last night I turned on TNT just for the hell of it to see if it was there.
Yeah.
And it had up on the screen, the little blurb there or whatever that says if you buy the Sunday ticket for $135, you get the game.
Yeah. Or was it?
But that was on TNT. So that's why I couldn't understand it if it was 2 separate deals or what.
Yeah, but my question is, was the game on T3?
No. I had to turn to TNT.
I don't understand. Well, do you subscribe to TNT?
No.
And it came in?
No.
Oh.
There was, how it tells you on that deal there.
So in other words, they lie a lot.
Yeah.
No, I think all you get is the Fox and the NBC. I think that's it. I could be wrong, but I guess we'll find out tonight with Monday night. Not that you'll need to go there to find it, but it'll be interesting to see if it's there.
Yeah, I guess it will. I'm going to check anyway. I had a feeling that might work by giving the out-of-state zip, and I tried it anyway, and it worked.
Okay, excellent.
Okay.
Score 1 for the small guys.
That's right.
Thanks.
Hey, what about the bars? Can the bars get the game, the local game?
Are you kidding me? The bars have to pay through the nose just to carry the out-of-town games. They have to pay a fortune.
Yeah, but you know that those bars are playing that local game.
I don't think so. We'll find out.
I'm going to go find out next time.
Okay, we'll find out for you.
See
ya. I don't think so. Because they can lose their license and their satellite dish and their partridge in a pear tree and their foreskin and everything if they do that. Now, see, here, this is the 5th time. Okay, there is somebody there? Hollywood.
Hey, Neil, what's up?
Hollywood on a dateline. Did you call before by any chance?
No, I'm
okay.
the first-time caller.
All right, I believe you.
How you doing?
Great.
It's good to have you back. Listen, what is this thing you're talking about, the Dolphins, no-name defense? Give it time, Neil. Give it time. They're going to get it together.
Yeah, okay. I believe you.
Yeah, listen, I got a question for you.
Same thing as last... I don't know. Why do you say that? It's the same thing as last year.
Well, they've been having a lousy break. You know, now that Heising is on, he's going to pay all the good players the really big bucks, and we're going to get it together finally,
Okay,
you know?
I believe you.
Listen, I got a question for you.
What time does your act come on? Chris wants to know if you want to do a stand-up at the Comedy Room.
Hey, I'm available.
Okay.
Cool. Listen, I got a question for you.
Okay.
With everything that's been going around, why aren't you running for president, man?
Yeah. I didn't want to announce it. Next week I'm going to announce it.
I figured as much.
I'm coming out next week.
Good to have you back.
Actually, I'm going back in next week. Have a great day, Pally.
All right, you too.
Okay, have a good yontif. Okay, so listen, I think that's enough for me, for one day. I think it's more than enough. So we're going to find out this week. We've got a lot of big things coming up. Chris Baker's filling in for Phil, and probably has no idea why any more than I do. He just found out at the last minute because we're really on top of stuff around here. We got the casino thing is going to be later this week, according to, I don't want to mention Casino Stan because he'll write more letters. Stan, I keep throwing your crap in a wastebasket, baby. Stop wasting the stamps, okay? People are starving all over the world. People with 29 cents could eat a can of Chef Boyardee, have something. Stop wasting the postage. But we'll find out if it's going to get on a ballot. We'll find out if the Young and the Horny is going to be back on tomorrow. We got a lot of stuff to live for almost. Not.
South Florida's news, talk, and entertainment station. News Talk Radio 610. WIOD, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
Stop.